New auditors or other professionals who are not audit professionals usually find it difficult to differentiate between internal audit and external audit and which one is relevant to their business or their organization. So in this video, basically I'll be sharing with you four main differences between internal audit and external audit. Welcome to my YouTube channel, IT Audit with Deborah Deremi. If you are new here, the main purpose of this channel is to share the little knowledge I have with new IT auditors, while I also try to create relatable content for the experienced IT auditors and auditors. So kindly watch this video, also watch some other videos that might be of interest to you on my channel. Subscribe to my channel, and you can also turn on the notification button to get notified when I upload new videos. Okay, so what does it mean for something to be internal and for something to be external? In simple language, internal means you're in, external means you're out. So an internal auditor is an employee of the organization. So just the way you will have maybe an accountant, the HR staff, you also have an auditor who is employed by the organization and is paid salary by the organization. While an external auditor, you are outside the organization, I don't know you, but I can employ your service. So, like the big fours. So, if my company is Deborah's IT consulting company, I can employ the services of an auditor from a big four to audit my organization. In that case, that auditor is an external auditor because the auditor is not my employee. I'm only like I'm contracting your service for a particular period of time, and then I will pay you for that service. And once you have completed your service, then the deal is completed. I have no other business with you. So that's like the simple difference. Internal auditor, you're an employee of the organization, while as an external auditor, you're only like invited, or your services is only required for a particular period of time based on maybe an agreed contract. So the second difference between internal audit and external audit is that for internal audit, the scope of your work can be a bit more extensive because the coverage is not usually so restricted. They expect that you cover like end to end and so many things. While for an external audit, most times the management will mostly invite you to maybe audit like a particular area of most concern, or say they are trying to meet like a standard or certification requirement or something. So they might invite an external auditor to carry out that audit assessment for that particular thing. So say ISO 27001. So there are some organizations that need to be ISO accredited. So in that situation, they might invite an external party to carry out that ISO accreditation to maintain their certification. So that kind of thing, an external auditor can provide that service. While say an internal auditor, you might need to cover, as you are doing system audit, you are doing database audit, you are doing application audit, you are doing in some cases pen testing, in some cases data analytics. It's usually because you're an employee of the organization, so they might include some more activities, even the ones that are not so high risk, for you to cover as part of your audit. In an ideal situation, as internal auditors or as internal auditors, really, the internal audit team should have like an internal audit plan each year. So, and then audits are usually carried out based on the internal audit plan. While for external audits, it might be a bit less frequent. So it might just be a one-off thing in a year, or it might be maybe once in 5 years just to meet a certification requirement. So it's usually just determined by what the management wants. While for internal auditor, it's usually throughout the year based on the audit plan that was documented at the beginning of the year. So the frequency of internal audit compared to the frequency of external audit is usually not the same. Okay, so the final difference that I will talk about today between the internal audit and external audit is between the audit charter and the audit engagement. So the audit charter guides the internal audit activity, while the audit engagement guides the external audit activity. So an audit charter is a formal document that specifies the internal audit functions, purpose, your responsibility, and your authority. So this document guides your audit activity in the organization. While for external audit, the audit engagement is like a contract. So it's kind of specify what you'll be doing, the scope of the audit, and all of those um, engagement requirements is specified in the audit engagement. So audit charter guides the internal audit activities, while audit engagement guides the external audit activities. So which one is better based on cost, expertise, and objectivity? Well, most times internal auditors are often perceived to have like a better understanding of the business processes and maybe even have better relationship with the stakeholders, the process owners, and even maybe be able to provide more tailor-based recommendations as a result. But you can't also ignore the fact that an external auditor brings in a fresh perspective because they are not in your organization. They look at it with a different view, which if as an internal auditor you might be too used to the people and the process that you don't even see the risk anymore. But when somebody else with a different perspective comes to view the process, they might be able to spot some other things that an internal auditor would not see. So also an external auditor might also be auditing different clients. So they might have understanding of the other technologies, the other processes, of other organizations they're auditing. So they're able to like benchmark your own work against someone else's work, even when you do not send them. So they have like external auditors have like a broader, or in an ideal setting, external auditors should have like a broader experience because they audit different clients, and they will be able to use that experience to bring it into your own organization. So all depends on the intended purpose of the audit. So the onus lies on the management to determine the business need, the intended purpose, and the anticipated outcome from the audit. So why do you want this audit? What are you trying to achieve from the audit? Do you have the capability to have an internal auditor? For some businesses, they might not necessarily need an internal auditor to be like a salaried employee. So you might just, if you don't need it, you need an internal auditor, or so it's mainly based on the management, the business need, and whatever you want to achieve from the audit really. So nobody can really say internal audit is better than external audit. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Bye.